are you? I'm sure that you are just fine and ready to listen to my explanation about present perfect continuous. I hope that you still remember about my last video, that is simple present perfect. Let's see the pattern now. Almost the same. Subject have has plus been plus verb 1 in, but now we use present participle, surely with to be, but the form of to be here is in past participle. And then for negative we have not here, and for question you just put it here at the front of the subject. Have has plus subject been plus verb 1 in. I think it is clear enough. Just go on to the uses of present perfect continuous. The first is to show an action began in the past and continues up to the present. If you have watched my video about simple present perfect, you can find also the same use. So what is the difference then? Okay. For continuous tenses, we focus on the activity, on the ongoing activity for all continuous tenses, while for simple tenses it is a kind of statement. We state, we inform. So this is the keyword. So there will be slightly different, although the use is the same. An action began in the past and continues up to the present. Let's see. The students in an internship program have been learning in this department for a week. So we want to show that the students began in the past, the student began to join the internship program a week ago. Sorry, and they are now still learning. At this time of speaking, at this moment, they are still learning. So what is the difference then with the present continuous? The students in an internship program are learning in this department this week. Yes, it is the same, to show the action that is happening now. But look at the time expression here. It is for a week and it is this week. For the present continuous, we focus on what is happening now or within this period, this week. But in present perfect continuous, we want to emphasize on the duration. The time expression here says how long this activity has been in progress. So if you want to emphasize on the duration, use the present perfect continuous. But if you want to show just what is happening now or in this period of time, you use the present continuous. Okay. Let's go on to the second. To emphasize the length of time. In this case, I want to compare it with the simple present perfect. We have been searching for the victims for a day. We have searched for the victims for a day. The same. The expression of time shows the duration, how long. We use present perfect continuous. Again, if we want to focus that now the activity of searching is still happening and the duration is for a day. While we have searched for the victims for a day, simple present perfect, we state or we inform the completed action with this duration. So that is the difference. again. I want to repeat this. The same, we use the period of time, but for present perfect continuous, we want to show that it is still happening. But we use simple present perfect if we want to tell, to inform, to state that the completed action has this duration or takes this duration for a day. Okay, and then we have the next to show activity that is ongoing and repeated. In simple present perfect, I hope that you still remember that there is also or it shows also the repeated action, but it is different. In this present perfect continuous, sorry, this student has been reciting this short poem for 30 minutes. It means that we want to show that this one student does reciting again and again for 30 minutes, and he or she is still doing it. This short poem, short, usually it's only for 2 or 3 verses. Surely it can be done only just 3 or 5 minutes, but here the duration for 30 minutes, because we want to emphasize on the repeated action. While here the students have recited this short poem, means that this student has finished reciting this short poem. If you want to, you can have it. For example, just to remind you about simple present perfect, you can have it twice. For example, the student has recited this short poem twice. It means that the activity was done twice, and there is a possibility to do the third. But the first and the second have been finished. While if you use present perfect continuous, the student is still reciting and he is doing it again and again. So actually, almost the same for 30 minutes. We also for here also for the showing the duration, but in this case I want to differentiate. I want to focus on the duration, the length of the time. But here I want to tell you that it is ongoing activities but repeated. It is done again and again. Okay, I hope that you can understand about this. And then the last is to show an action that has been happening lately or finished very recently. The director has been riding on his bicycle to the office lately. He used to drive on a car, but now perhaps he just thinks about his health, so he tries riding on his bicycle. So lately, the director has been riding on his bicycle to the office lately. Still happening, of course. And the next is finished very recently. But there is an effect or there is a result to the present. And usually we draw a conclusion of what we see, what we hear, or what we listen. We can use the present perfect continuous. For example, in this one, this road is wet. So we see that the road is wet. So we draw a conclusion that has it been raining? or it has been raining. I use the question here because it is a question that I want to confirm, is it right? Because in my place it is sunny, but here this road is wet. Has it been raining? Yeah. So actually the rain just stops. There is no rain. But because of this road is wet, I draw a conclusion that has it been raining or it has been raining. Okay, sometimes we can use also the present perfect continuous, something that is finished actually, but to show or to express to express our our inquiry about something that should not be like that, or it's kind of a complaint, or sometimes we want to criticize things. So what have they been doing here? They are not supposed to be here. What have they been doing here? Yeah, to show that we complain they are not supposed to be here, but they are here, and they are doing something that we maybe we don't want them to do that. That's why we can use present perfect continuous. What have they been doing here? Okay, I think my explanation is enough, and I hope that you can understand about the simple present perfect and present perfect continuous, because both tenses sometimes make us confused when we should use the simple present perfect or when we use the present perfect continuous. But the most important, the key word is that if for present perfect continuous, we focus on the activity, especially the ongoing activity, while simple present perfect, we just want to state or to inform about that activity. But both relates to the present. Okay, I hope that it is helpful for you. Thank you for joining today's lesson, and thank you for watching my video. Goodbye.